Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Randall R. Sadler Stadium on the campus of Earlham College as we bring you Earlham baseball on this Saturday afternoon. The Quakers will take on the Kalamazoo Hornets in just a 3-game series before Earlham heads south for their southern trip when they go to Fort Pierce, Florida for their next 6 games. Quakers off to an 8-0 start. Kalamazoo at 1-2. This is the Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show today. Kyle Gorman gets moved up in the pitching order as it appears, at least from a standpoint for their number 1. They'll wait until they get into warmer conditions before Walter Talcott will pitch his next start. So they'll move everyone up 1, and they'd even make a change for game number 2. We'll talk about that more a little bit later. Kyle Gorman at 2-0 on the year, an ERA of 2.77. He'll be up against Jacob Gilhouse coming in at 0-1 with an ERA of 11.25. When we come back on the Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show, we'll hear from head coach Steve Sakis. It's coming up next. Stay right there. This is Earlham Baseball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you're born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com. New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
We check them better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Hey, Steve, go back, if you don't mind, to a little bit to last week, just from a standpoint that you guys are preparing now for the trip that you'll take down to Florida, but you have the 3 more games to go here, and you're 8-0. And we talked earlier this week. I thought you guys played extremely well in those 8 games. Your young players stepped up. You had some veterans step up, and all of that despite some injuries as well.
Yeah, I think for where we're at right now, we've had a lot of players step up. We've had a lot of guys go down with injuries, and other guys have to step up in those cases. And, I think that'll be the same for where we're at this weekend as we get ourselves closer to being healthy. We are getting closer to being healthy. But this is it's a big series. We're playing a very good ball club that won 30-plus games last year. Year before when the NCAA tournament. So I think it's a school that's very similar to us academically. They're very high academic as well. So I'm excited to go out there and have our kids compete and see where we're at against a team that's very good in the region.
When you speak of health, talk about Dre Davis. Will he play today? Isaiah Shake, of course, another one of your leaders from last week. They didn't really get a chance to play because of his injury. Where are they at today? Yeah,
we're gonna play both of them. Dre's actually going to play to third base today. We're going to move him to third base. We think his range of motion is getting better. It's not exactly where we want it to be yet, so that's why we've moved him off of short, and we're going to put Brian at shortstop today. And then with Isaiah's really got himself back into a good spot. There's still some tenderness there with the dislocation, but he's really got himself back where he's been cleared by the doctors, and he's just got to again, playing the outfield, you're not catching too many balls out there, or at least where you have to catch it where it might hurt. So he's doing pretty good. Walter was going to get a start for us this weekend, but Walter's a little bit sore, or a little bit tight. And in the colder weather, we don't want to take a chance there. Going down to Florida, we're going to push him to Florida, where the warmer weather will actually hopefully be a benefit for us and our guys that are a little tight and tender.
You have to feel good, though, that you can come out of the first two series at 8-0, and you talk about the injuries that you've had in playing all those young kids. I would imagine that when you thought about that at one time, you're thinking, are we going to be able to win all eight games? But your guys just came through for you.
They did, and we're hoping that we can be the exact same thing here. We're not 100% yet. We're getting closer to it. Really, you look after these games that we have here, we'll have played 17 of our 40 games already, so we're almost halfway done with our season after we get back from Florida. So a lot of the grunt work and tough part of the season, and especially non-conference-wise, will be already done. So we just got to go out there and hopefully get ourselves in a good position to be successful.
With Walter then not throwing in this series and you push him to Florida, will you just go then with the 2, 3, and 4 that you've had previously in the first two series?
Yeah, we've moved it around a little bit. We're going to go with Kyle Gorman's going to go in Game 1, and then we're going to actually go with Joey Gerbis in Game 2, and then Colin Greavy in Game 3. So we're going to go with the Triple Gs in the weekend and see how they do. But, the big thing is if they're in the strike zone, they hopefully will keep the team off balance and be able to keep our defense on our toes to make plays for them.
Gerbis was a huge difference between Game 1 and Game 2 in his first two starts.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we can see more of what we saw in Game 2, but even see a little bit better of him. The big thing that both Joey and Colin have to do on their part for their starts is I'd like to see their pitch counts be less early because right now we're pulling them in the 5th or 6th inning with high pitch counts, and I'd like them to be able to extend out a little bit more, kind of like what Kyle does and what Walter does, and a lot of our guys do that. They go after hitters and try to get them in action in 3 pitches or less, and sometimes when we're going 5 or 6 pitches, that catches up to us, and now our stuff later in the game kind of flattens out and we have to go to the bullpen. I'd like to use our bullpen and put our bullpen in good position to be successful, and the later I can go to them, the more dominant we are.
Well, you mentioned that earlier in the year that you wanted your pitchers to be a little more aggressive toward the strike zone.
Yeah, I thought we did a better job in Week 2. We hit better in Week 1 than we hit in Week 2, but we pitched it better, I think, in Week 2 than we did in Week 1. So hopefully we can do kind of both a little bit better this week. We can swing it pretty well against a very good Kalamazoo team, but then also we can keep them off balance and make them put the ball in play early in the at-bat.
Talk about Kalamazoo. They're 1-2 coming in. You'd mentioned they played a pretty good team in their first series. Didn't hit as well as they had hoped, but they're going to come in here and try to get things rolling against you guys.
Yeah, I mean, Oglethorpe is a good offensive team, and they struggled a little bit offensively for them to swing it. Did Kalamazoo, but we played them 2 years ago, and obviously last year was the first time we haven't played them in a while. But there's a lot of good talent on that side. We run up against them in recruiting wise because again they're high academic and they're a good baseball program, so we run into them a lot, and we're expecting them to give us a battle and kind of not roll over on us.
And they got a couple of guys who can hit the baseball too.
Absolutely, their leadoff guy is the guy who sits at the table, the Wiley kid, and if we can keep him off the bases, I really like our chances to be able to do a lot of things. He's the one who tries to set the table for the rest of the offensive guys that they have there. So we'll see. I mean, again, our kids are going to go out there, they're going to be competitive, and we tell our guys it doesn't matter who's in the other dugout. All we have to do is we take care of our business, we play our game. It's going to be tough to beat us, and if they do, we'll try to go get them the next one. But we're excited about going out there and competing against a good ball club today.
Hey, before I let you go, you said earlier this week that you want to run more. Is that something you're really going to look at today?
Yeah, I mean, with our guys, I think we have to continue to put the pressure on defense and get more comfortable with it. Each week I felt like we've gotten more comfortable with the system as our younger guys are more into it. And as they find success, they will find that they can do it more. As they, early on, they weren't sure of how their success would be, so they're a little more timid. I think we've played a little more aggressive last weekend, and I'd like to see us do it this weekend too.
Coach, good luck today.
All right, thank you.
Well, Steve Sackis, again, very hopefully his team can come out of here again with 3 wins and head down south as they'll be playing in Fort Pierce, Florida. Here in the next few days. They will leave tomorrow after the game and then make that long road trip and play 6 games in about 3 days. It's going to be a very, very busy schedule for the Earlham baseball team. Here's how the Hornets will line out today in game number 1. They'll lead things off. Jordan Wiley will lead things off. He'll be at shortstop. He's hitting at .364 on the year. Josh Reuter batting second at second base, hitting at .143. Stephon LeClaire is hitting third. He'll be at first base, hitting .444, no home runs, and 4 runs driven in. Connor Grant, the cleanup hitter, he'll DH, hitting at .200. Chase Gosselman will hit fifth and play third base, hitting at .200. Alex Foltz is hitting sixth. He'll be at catcher this afternoon. No batting average, 1 RBI. Andre Gard getting the start in right field. Gard batting seventh, no batting average. Alex Crott will hit 8th and play left field, hitting at .250. Zach Prytash will hit 9th and play in center field. He's batting at .111. Wiley, Reuter, LeClaire, Grant, Kosselman, Foltz, Gard, Crott, and Prytash today for Kalamazoo. Isaiah Shake will lead things off for the Quakers. He'll play in center field. Mark Jandro will hit second at second base. Danny Dopp hitting third at first base. Addison Robertson will be the cleanup hitter. He'll DH. Andrew McFadden hitting fifth in left field. Ian Bach batting sixth at catch, and he'll be catching again here this afternoon. Dre Davis hitting seventh and playing third base. Brian Pinsura will hit 8th and play shortstop. Kendall Baker in right field, and he will hit 9th. Shake, Jandro, Dopp, Robertson, McFadden, Bach, Davis, Pinsura, and Baker today for the Earlham Quakers. We'll come back, get game number 1 underway here in just a few moments. This is Earlham Baseball, and this is the Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
Back here at Sadler Stadium as Kyle Gorman will make his third start of the 2018 campaign. We'll talk about Kyle's numbers coming up in just a couple of moments. A reminder, today's game brought to you in part by your Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week, you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors, only $3.50. Every Monday, the sweet onion chicken teriyaki. Tuesday, the oven-roasted chicken. And Wednesday, the turkey breast. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. Well, Kyle Gorman moved up in the rotation. We'd mentioned a little bit in the pregame. Walter Talcott a little bit stiff, so he will not throw this weekend. They'll wait to get him into warmer conditions when they head to Fort Pierce, Florida. So Kyle will pitch in game number 1. Then they're going to move Joey Gerbis to game number 2. And that'll be coming up about 30 minutes following our opening game here this afternoon. Gorman making his third start. He's thrown 13 innings this season, given up 11 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 10 strikeouts, 1 walk, an ERA of 2.77. He is shooting for his third win of the season. So here we go as game 1. And then again, just a 3-game series. We've generally been playing 4 games. We did so against Wittenberg and Wilmington in the first 2 series. But again, with Earlham heading to Florida tomorrow night after the game, they will get a late start about 7 o'clock tomorrow before they make that long road trip down south. Jordan Wiley will lead things off. Wiley hitting at .364. No home runs. He has driven in no runs so far this season. Kalamazoo losing 2 out of 3 to Oglethorpe in the season opener. Sunny day, a little bit cool today as well as the first pitch is low and inside, 1 ball, no strikes. We'll set that Earlham defense coming up in just a moment as well. Here's the pitch on the way. This one hit into center field. Isaiah Shake back in the lineup battling that sun, and he caught it, but he had a tough time with the high sky and the sun in center field, and there's one away, and that'll bring up Josh Reuter.
Now batting, the second baseman.
Reuter at 143 on the year, no home runs and no runs driven in. Ian Bach, the team leader in RBI, back behind the plate for Earlham. Danny Dopp is at first base. Jandro's at second base. Pinsur is at short. Davis being moved to third. McFadden, Shake, and Baker from left to right in the outfield. And the pitch in there for a strike. Light breeze blowing from left to right. Again, just an absolutely gorgeous day here at Sadler Stadium. Gorman with the wind in the pitch. It's outside. And we'll go to 1 ball, 1 strike. Here at Sadler Stadium, 310 down the left field line with the Earlham Monster. That'll go probably about 40, 45 feet high and then tears its way down toward the left center alley at 375. Line drive, base hit into left field. And Reuter gets on base here in the first inning. And that'll bring up now Stephon Leclerc.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 17, Stephon Leclerc.
Leclerc at 444 on the year. No home runs. He has driven in 4. Kalamazoo, these 2 teams did not play last year. The last time they met 2 seasons ago. As that breaking pitch is outside, 1 ball, no strikes. The Hornets won the first game before the Quakers came back to take the next 2. Only 2 players played in that series 2 years ago. One of those, the right fielder, Kendall Baker. Runner takes off at first. Bach the throw down to second, and the tag not in time. Stolen base for Reuter. 2 balls and no strikes now to the left-handed hitting Stephon Leclerc. So right now Kalamazoo taking a page out of the Earlham book. You heard Coach Sachs say they want to run more here today in these final 3 games of this homestand. And the fastball stays outside, 3 balls and no strikes. (3-0) once again to Stephane Leclerc, who steps back in. The stretch once again by Gorman, the pitch on the way, and that's in there for strike 1. Kalamazoo struggling in their first 3 games in the hitting department, only hitting at .244. Take that back at .200. Their slugging percentage at .244. That pitch in there for strike 2, and we have a full count now on Leclerc. They beat Oglethorpe in their first game 8-6, and then they were shut down in the next 2 games, lost at 6-1 and 7-0. Managing just 18 hits in the 3 games. The payoff pitch on the way, hit foul. Good cut by Leclerc. Their on-base percentage is just .357. They really struggled in the 2 games after that opening season win. The stretch by Gorman, a check of the runner at second. Here's the pitch on the way to the plate. Tried that breaking ball to the outside and misses. And now runners at first and second for the Hornets. And that'll bring up now Connor Grant, the designated hitter.
Connor Grant.
That is only the second walk given up by Gorman this season. Kyle along with Walter Talcott coming in a combined 25 strikeouts and just 2 walks between number 1 and number 2. Grant hitting at .200. He'll swing at the first pitch and foul it away. And quickly falls behind at no balls and a strike. Connor, no home runs and 1 run driven in. Leclerc, the team leader, with 4 RBI. And Kalamazoo trying to strike first here in the top of inning number 1. The stretch and the look back at second base. Gorman, his 2 starts, he's gotten stronger as the games have gone along. Early trouble for him is nothing new. The stretch again by the right-hander, throws to first and throws it away. Nobody was there. That'll be an error on Gorman. That ball goes all the way down the line, heading toward the plate. Here's the throw, and the tag laid on, and they're going to say safe. The tag was missed, apparently by Ian Bach. So it turns into a huge error on Kyle Gorman. And Kalamazoo will get on the board first. That is Steve Sacka sits out now talking with the home plate umpire. And Steve will state his case to a point. It was hard to tell from our vantage point whether Ian had laid the tag on. Generally, all you have to do is lay your glove right in front of the base, and they'll slide into it. But now the Hornets lead this one 1-0. Somewhere a mix-up with Kyle Gorman on where he was going to go with the baseball, and the first baseman, Danny Dopp, was nowhere close to the bag. The pitch on the way, popped up to the right side, and that'll go out of play. One away here in the top of the first inning, and Kalamazoo gets on top 1-0. Well, a team is struggling like the Hornets are through their first 3 games. You get the stolen base after the base hit. You start running, and, of course, the walk coming back to hurt Gorman. The stretch. Here's the pitch on the way. Breaking ball popped up to the right side. The first baseman, Danny Dopp, is there, makes the catch in fair territory, and there are 2 away here in the top of the first inning.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 14, Chase Kozelman.
Kozelman will step to the plate. Chase Kozelman hitting .200, no home runs, and no runs driven in. Leclerc stays down at second base. And it has also been rare through the first 8 games where Earlham has fallen behind early. The pitch is a breaking ball that stays outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Gorman gets the sign from Ian Bach. Here's the pitch, and it's outside. 1 ball, I should say 2 balls and no strikes. Kalamazoo has not played since March the 5th. Well, they've had a few days, about 4 days since they played. Quakers didn't play the entire week. And, of course, that pitch high and inside, maybe a little bit rusty coming in after finishing things off on Sunday of last week. Earlham did not get a chance to get outside as much as they generally do because of some bad weather this week. 3 balls and no strikes once again to Kosselman. The stretch by Gorman, the leg kick and the pitch, and that one's in there for strike 1. Well, the numbers for Kalamazoo aren't impressive coming in, but Steve Sakasitz also knows they can be a very good team in the region, so Earlham will have to come ready to play here today. There's another nice pitch, but it stays up high, and that'll be ball 4. And a second walk given up by Gorman, which again is very unusual. Came in with 1. He's given up 2 so far in this one. And here's Alex Fultz.
Number 24, Alex Fultz.
Fultz, no batting average thus far. He has no home runs and 1 run driven in. Outfield straight away with McFadden, Shake, and Baker. Of course, Shake back from the injury. The throw back to second as Jandro is there for the Quakers. Again, a little bit of a different lineup here today with Davis being inserted at third base. He'd been playing at shortstop up until the injury he suffered. And then Pensura stays in at short. Fultz will step out. Time is called. Runners at first and second. Kalamazoo now trying to build on a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first inning. Gorman gets the sign as he will now come home with a pitch and the breaking ball in there for a strike. Fultz, a junior right-handed hitter. Stretch again by Gorman, checking the runner at second. And the right-hander's pitch on the way. That's on the outside corner for a strike. And we'll go to 0-2 now. Fultz trying to give the Hornets a 2-0 lead at least here in the top of the first inning. Gorman trying to get himself out of trouble. The pitch on the way, and a good one it was, swinging it to the outside. A strikeout throwout, and that'll do it for Kalamazoo here in the top of the first inning. But they do pick up the go-ahead run after half inning of play. It's Kalamazoo 1, Earlham coming to bat. This is Earlham Baseball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top-flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
We're back here at Sadler Stadium as we move to the bottom of the first inning. Quakers will be facing a right-hander as Jacob Gilhouse will get the start, making his second start of the year. He threw 4 innings in his first game, gave up 9 hits, 5 runs all earned. had 4 strikeouts and 1 walk, and he gave up 3 home runs to Oglethorpe in that start. He has an ERA of 11.25, a record of 0-1. Meanwhile, he'll face an Earlham team that just continues to hit through 8 games so far this season. Quakers coming in batting at .353. Their slugging percentage still at .442, and their on-base percentage at .436. Quakers are not hitting home runs the way they were last year, but they do come into this one with 30 stolen bases. And the Quakers have scored 64 runs in the first 8 games of the year. Isaiah Shake, good to have him back in the lineup. Isaiah ended up with a dislocated thumb in that injury, sliding in at third base. So he missed the entire series against Wilmington as that pitch is inside, 1 ball, no strikes. The injury happened against Wittenberg. Hitting at .545, no home runs and 3 runs driven in. He'll ground this one to the left side. The shortstop, Wiley, with a low throw, dug out by LeClaire at first, and there's 1 away. Nice stretch by LeClaire. So with 1 away, that'll bring up Mark Gendreau. Gendreau hitting at .467, no home runs and 9 runs driven in.
Number 40, Mark Gendreau.
Boy, part of that freshman class that is making a huge contribution, and the pitch on the way in there for a strike. Gendreau at .467, his on-base percentage at .543, slugging percentage at .600, and again, he has driven in 9. Takes the pitch inside. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Between Gendreau, Pinsura, McFadden, Sprocket, Grace, Wilson, and Gerbis, you can't ask for much more than what they've given this baseball team early in this 2018 season. 2 balls and 1 strike as Gilhouse, the right-handed pitcher, ready to throw, and there's a nice breaking ball. And we're even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gilhouse gets the sign from Fultz. Here's the wind and the pitch, and struck him out. So 2 quick outs now for Gilhouse, and that'll bring up now Danny Dopp. Dopp hitting at .286, a home run. He's driven in 5.
Now batting the first baseman, number 7, Danny Dopp.
Quakers with their 8-0 start, the best start they've ever had. Here's a fly ball into left center field. Coming over the center fielder, Prytash will make the catch, and Earlham goes down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first inning. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, it's Kalamazoo 1, Earlham nothing. This is Earlham Baseball and Radio Troy Digital Sport.
Our community, it's where we live, it's where we work, it's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond.
Well, we had inning number 2. Quakers down in this one 1-0. Today's game brought to you in part by Jason Wise of Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group, who has an idea for an alternative fundraiser for your school group or nonprofit. If you list, buy, or refer a customer and mention this promotion, he'll donate 10% of what he makes on the transaction to the school group or nonprofit of your choice in your name. Tell your friends, family, and colleagues to mention this offer when listing with Jason Wise at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. Give him a call at 969-3400. Andre Gard will lead things off here in the top of the second inning as the Hornets lead this one 1-0. Gard, so far, no batting average, no runs driven in, and no RBI. As Kyle Gorman set to throw, and the pitch is on the way, and he opens up with a strike. Gorman, I would guess if you look back at that first inning, as the 0-1 pitch grounded toward the third baseman Davis, he will field and throw on to first, and it was off the mark a little bit, but picked up by Dopp at first base, and there's one away.
Now batting.
Here's Alex Crott.
Number 21, Alex Crott.
I would imagine going back to inning number 1 for Kyle Gorman, if he was talking with Steve Sackis, it's that he probably didn't attack the zone as strong as Coach Sack would like him to. He kind of pitched around a couple of hitters, including LeClaire and Kosselman. That pitch is outside, 1 ball, no strikes. And as we have told you in previous games, any time that the Earlham pitchers fall down in the count, that is about the time that the pitching staff will call the pitches for them. Otherwise, they do give them freedom. As that pitch in there for a strike, they'll give them the freedom to throw the pitch they want to throw. 1 ball and 1 strike. Gorman with the leg kick and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good changeup that time. That will put Alex Crott behind in the count at 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away here in the second. The 1-2 pitch on the way went outside. We'll go even at 2-2. Well, so far from a statistical standpoint, there's not a lineup that's going to scare you a whole lot when you consider Kalamazoo has several players, as that's hit foul, in their lineup with no RBI. In fact, you go from 4 on down, you only have 2 runs driven in. LeClaire has 4. You go to the top of the order, there are no runs driven in. Good cut again by Crott as he hits it foul into the screen. We'll stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Off the line in right, this time Kendall Baker. Earlham, again, very rarely does any shifting whatsoever, but Baker doesn't feel that the left-hander Crott can get around as the pitch misses high and outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Well, if Earlham can keep everybody healthy, Isaiah Shake again in center field, Davis playing at third base. They want to be healthy going into their road trip down south, Fort Pierce, Florida. Here's the payoff pitch on the way. Went outside, caught the outside corner. That's a tough call there against Crott, but he strikes out. Looked like that pitch was too far outside. And Crott caught looking, and that'll bring up Prytash.
34, Zach Prytash.
So Prytash will step up, the center fielder, 2 away, here in the top of inning number 2. Prytash, just a sophomore, hitting at 111, and he goes around on a pitch that caught the outside corner. Nice pitch by Gorman. Prytash steps back in, lays down the bunt, bunts it foul. And he's quickly behind it, 0 balls and 2 strikes. Well, Gorman looking much better in inning number 2 than what he had in the first inning. Giving up a base hit and 2 walks, and eventually, of course, the throwing error cost him the first run of the ball game. The 0-2 pitch. This one will be hit into right field, and Baker diving, got a glove on it, but it falls in for a base hit. Prytash will head to second base, and he will slide in with a double. Good effort by Kendall Baker. But Prytash will come up with a double. Second base hit now by the Hornets. And now runner at second base, and that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Jordan Wiley. Wiley 0 for 1, flew out his first time up. Earlham, and a long look in now to Ian Bach. Runner gets a lead at second base. The pitch on the way to the plate is outside for a ball. Kyle now 2 hits and 2 walks. The pitch on the way went outside, 2-0. We look at that road trip that Earlham will make to Fort Pierce, Florida, and how important pitching will be, especially when you consider between the 3-day set, they're going to play 6 games. Popped him up. Should be an easy play for Pensura as he squeezes that one for the final out. Nothing hurt by the double. We head to the bottom of the second inning. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Kalamazoo leads this one 1-0.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home.
Head to the bottom of the second inning. Quakers down in this one 1-0. It'll be Robertson, McFadden, and Bach all due up. The right-hander for the Hornets had a pretty good first inning as Gilhouse got the Quakers down in 3. As he takes his final warm-up toss, boy, what a year already Addison Robertson has had, hitting at .440 coming into today's contest. No home runs. He has driven in 6. I was going back to that trip down to Fort Pierce, Florida. They'll leave Sunday night. They'll have, of course, it's going to take a while to get there, but they will have Monday off as Gilhouse's first pitch to Robertson in there for a strike. They will have an early start time. I'm sure they'll try to work out at some point on Monday, but they'll have an early start time on Tuesday. Breaking pitch is tapped foul. Their first game will be at 10 o'clock on Tuesday morning when they play Washington College, and then they'll get the rest of the day off. Here's the 0-2 pitch, went outside. And we'll go to 1-2. Then on Wednesday, they'll play Albright at 10. Swing and a miss, and Robertson strikes out. One away here in the bottom of the second inning, and here is Andrew McFadden. Second strikeout now by Gilhouse. McFadden hitting .267, no home runs. He has driven in 4.
The left fielder, number 16, Andrew McFadden.
Strictly Baseball earlier this week, we were talking with Coach Sack about the routine that they'll be looking at as that pitch is low and inside, and the good news is with spring break being here, all they think about is baseball. The late kick and the 1-0 pitch, that one will be nubbed foul. And the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Routine will be a little bit different when you consider you're going to play a game at 10 o'clock in the morning 3 of those days. Get a little bit of rest and then come back each of the middle days on Wednesday and Thursday of next week when they'll play at 2 o'clock. One ball and 1 strike. McFadden back in. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's a breaking ball. It stays inside, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch took something off that one, and McFadden way out in front, and the count is even at 2-2. Here's the break-even pitch. Low and outside, 3 balls, 2 strikes. That's kind of why this weekend is good if you can get your starters to throw deep in each of these games, save your bullpen, because you will need it when you play that many games in such a short amount of time. Ground ball to the shortstop. Wiley, the throw to first in time, 2 away. Here's Ian Bach. Now the Quakers, after their final game against Wilmington, they managed only 2 base hits.
The catcher, number 5, Ian Bach.
And so far, from an offensive standpoint, they're off to a slow start here this afternoon. Ian hitting a .391, a team best 12 runs driven in, and he swings at an off-speed pitch and quickly falls behind to no balls and a strike. Shallow in right field is guard as this pitch swung and missed. And Ian quickly behind it 0-2. The Quakers so far offensively, they look a little bit off balance so far here today against Gilhouse. It's a pretty good offensive team he faced, and Oglethorpe his first time out as that pitch is outside. Earlham ended up winning that final game 2-1. Had to go into the 9th inning to do so. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Grounded foul. And we'll stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next time Earlham will have a chance to, after the road trip down south, they'll come back, and that'll be a long road trip back. That pitch is outside. Good job by Foltz. And we'll go to 2 balls and 2 strikes, and then they'll go to Heidelberg, as that'll be their final game of that extended long road trip, and they will be back here Wednesday, March the 28th, and then we finally get into conference play on Friday, March the 30th, a little bit later than general, as the break-even pitch once again just outside, and Gilhouse thought he had that one. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And with the league now shortening down to 18 games in the conference, this one's popped up to the right side. Second baseman Reuter is there. He'll squeeze that one. And Earlham done here in the bottom of inning number 2. We head to the 3rd on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Earlham trails this one 1-0.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
We're back here at Sadler Stadium as Earlham trails this one 1-0. We move on to the 3rd. It'll be Reuter, LeClaire, and Grant all due up. This will be their second look at the right-hander Gorman. Kyle, 2 innings so far, giving up just the 1 run. 2 walks now for Kyle, and he has 1 strikeout. We said beautiful day tomorrow, expecting another nice day, or should say today, and another nice day tomorrow from a sunshine standpoint. Things still a little bit cool, temperatures into the 40s, so I would think that Earlham would be glad, though, to get to travel south and play in 80-degree weather. Reuter singled his first time up, stole second base, and then on that throw by Gorman to first base that went wide, scored on a play at the plate in which Coach Sakasitz came out, thought that they had made the play at the plate. You guys need to turn the music down. Umpire's getting mad now. So now Gorman set to throw as Reuter's first pitch is inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Gorman gets the sign, the pitch on the way. This one is hit to right field. Kendall Baker battling the sky and the sun. And once again, there's one away. And that'll bring up Stephane Leclerc.
First baseman, number 17, Stephane Leclerc.
Leclerc walked his last time up. Gorman's pitch on the way, and that had good tail on the end of that one. I'll tell you what, that one caught the outside corner pitch. It looked like it was going to go right down the middle. And caught the outside corner against the left-handed hitter Leclerc. The old pitch is on the way, and it's low and inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Leclerc, by far, at least this year, the best hitter on the team at .444. And again, has 4 runs driven in. The pitch is low and outside. 3 balls, no strikes. And as a left-handed hitter, though, there's absolutely no wind today. 325 down the right field line. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Ground ball foul. And we'll go to 3-1. We mentioned the 310 mark down the left field line in the monster 390, I should say 375 in the alleys, 390 at dead center, and again 325 down the right field line, and that misses outside. So Leclerc one more time. Here's the pitch by Gorman, came inside, and that'll be a third walk given up now. Second time he's walked Leclerc. And here's Connor Grant.
Designated hitter, number 23, Connor Grant.
Grant popped up his first time up. He's 0 for 1 today. That now a season high for Gorman with the 3 walks, and he opens up with a breaking pitch, drops in there for a strike. Short lead by Leclerc. The stretch, the pitch. Boy, good fastball right down the middle. Grant may have been looking off-speed pitch right there as he let that one sail right on by. That's a pretty good pitch right there by Gorman. Quaker outfield will stay straight away. The stretch by Gorman. The pitch on the way to the plate. This one is hit to the right side. That's going to fall in for a bloop base hit. Baker charging in, unable to get to it. Second hit we have seen go that way. Hit number 3 now by the Hornets.
The third baseman, number 14, Chase Kozelman.
So now runners at first and second. And a visit to the mound as they will talk with Gorman. No one throwing right now in the Earlham bullpen. This is probably more just to settle him down a little bit. He hasn't, at least early indications, though he had a pretty good second inning. Gave up the 1 double, but he hasn't been quite as sharp today as he has been in his first 2 games. Chase Kozelman walked his first time up. And the meeting is over, and here we go. Kouselman came in hitting at 200. The Hornets trying to build on a 1-0 lead here in the third. The stretch by Gorman. The pitch on the way. And there's a nice breaking ball. He does a really good job, Gorman, of opening up. He likes to throw that breaking pitch to the hitter on that first pitch. Try to set him up with a breaking ball and then come back with a fastball, either high and tight or low and away. Let's see, they're going to go low and away on this one. The runner will take off, and both runners will get stolen bases. The runner at first, Connor Grant, kind of waited to see what LeClaire was going to do. And so now the Hornets have runners at second and third, 1 ball and 1 strike. And, boy, as we said earlier, Kalamazoo taking a page out of Earlham's book. They're running early. Danny Dopp will come in close down at first base. The pitch on the way by Gorman. This one is hit into right field. The runner at third will tag. That's LeClaire. It's going to be deep enough. Baker makes the catch. They'll throw to third, and the throw is in time. They'll get him there. But the run will score. But Kalamazoo adds a run here as we move to the bottom half of inning number 3. Great relay from right field. And then Jandro made a strike to third base to get the out. But Kalamazoo picks up a run on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Kalamazoo on top of this one, 2-0.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
Well, good to have Dre Davis back for the Quakers. Davis, 438 on the year, no home runs. He has driven in 7 as Gilhouse set to throw, and this will be chopped foul. Davis had that hamstring injury, and it set him back a few games. But now back for the Quakers, getting the start down at third base, but he was pretty good at short, too. The 0-1 pitch, that one hit down the line. That's going to be a fair ball. Davis will make the turn, but quickly in right field is Crott, and that'll hold Davis to a single. So Earlham getting their first base hit of the day, and that'll bring up now Brian Pinsura.
Now batting the shortstop, number 22, Brian Pinsura.
Pinsura hitting at 240, no home runs. He has driven in 1, and by the way, was Pinsura who actually made that relay as the bunt laid down foul on that throw from Baker, and the strike to third. The Davis lays on the tag to get the final out of Connor Grant at third base. Earlham again coming off a 2-hit game against Wilmington, their final game. They do get a base hit here today against the right-hander Gilhouse. Quick throw to first, not in time. Davis is a stolen base threat down at first base. Davis, though, has just one stolen base. They're probably going to be pretty careful with him on that hamstring. The stretch by Gilhouse, and he takes off, got a good jump. They'll throw down to second, but a delayed throw by Fultz as he double clutched, and by the time he recovered, it was too late, and that'll be a stolen base by Dre Davis. Not sure, but maybe Fultz, who was ready to throw the baseball. Gilhouse ducked down after the double pump that time by Fultz. So Pensura steps to the plate, 1 ball and 1 strike. The stretch by Gilhouse. Here's the pitch on the way, and boy, a big cut. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to the number 8 hitter, Brian Pensura. Pensura's been solid defensively, committing just 1 error, 19 assists. That leads the team on the defensive side. Now they're just hoping his bat will come alive as Fultz sets up on the outside corner. Time is called. We'll stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes here in the third. Earlham down 2-0. The stretch by Gilhouse. The pitch on the way is a breaking ball hit back up the middle. The shortstop Wiley's only play will be at first as Davis advancing on to third, and now Earlham has perhaps their first run of the ball game just 90 feet away, and that'll bring up now the number 9 hitter, Kendall Baker. Baker has struggled of late, hitting now at 158. No home runs. He has driven in 1. And they're hoping this left-handed hitter will get things going. LeClaire will play in close at first base. The stretch by Gilhouse. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's outside, ball 1. Gilhouse will check the runner at third. The pitch on the way, and it's low, 2 balls, no strikes. And they're having some issues with the scoreboard here at Sadler Stadium, so they're trying to get that taken care of. You can hear the fans every once in a while grumbling about what the strike or ball count is and how many outs. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's in there for a strike, 2-1. Baker thought that pitch, and so did some of the fans. They thought that pitch was too far outside. So Davis at third, the stretch. And the pitch on the way, and this one has popped up over the shortstop's head, and coming in, making the catch will be Crott, and he played that one extremely well. Davis has to get back to third, and it's a good thing he waited, otherwise Davis would have been doubled off at third base, so 2 away. And again, nice play by Crott in left field. Here is Isaiah Shake. Isaiah 0 for 1.
Batting the center fielder, number 33, Isaiah Shake.
Isaiah grounded out his first time up. Davis at third, Gilhouse. Now will come set. And the pitch on the way is low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes, as Fultz able to block that one. If you're down at third and the ball gets by the catcher, the one thing you got to be aware of is that there's not a whole lot of room between home plate and the backstop area, so you better make sure it gets through. The stretch and the 1-0 pitch on the way is a breaking ball. That drops in for a strike. And the count is even at 1-1. Gilhouse gets the sign, checks the runner at third. And the pitch on the way is another breaking pitch in there for a strike, and all of a sudden Isaiah behind it, 1-2. That's another good curveball there by Gilhouse. Big opportunity here for Earlham, try to get a run on the board. Fultz will set up on the outside corner, the stretch, and the pitch on the way. He hit the target, but a little bit high. And we'll go to 2 balls and 2 strikes. The stretch again by Gilhouse. The break-even pitch on the way. Good cut, but hit foul. Isaiah again hitting at .545. Boy, and he is so important to the top of that Earlham lineup. But they were glad to get through the series against Wilmington without him. The break-even pitch again, and that got him looking. Nice pitching by Gilhouse. We will move to the top of the fourth inning on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Kalamazoo on top of Earlham, 2-0.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994.
We're back at Sadler Stadium, and a reminder, today's game brought to you in part by your Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors, only $3.50. Every Thursday the Italian BMT, Friday the tuna, and Saturday the Black Forest ham. Treat yourself at Subway, 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. Fultz, Guard, and Crott all due up here in the top of the fourth inning.
Leading off the fourth inning for Kalamazoo, the catcher, number 24, Alex Fultz.
Fultz struck out his first time up. Pitch is swung on and hit foul. No balls and a strike. Gorman set to throw. The leg kick. Here's the pitch, and it's grounded toward the third baseman, Davis, who will charge, and then he dropped it. The transfer from the glove to the throwing hand, and Earlham has now made 2 errors here in this one, and Kalamazoo has a man on here in the top of the fourth inning.
Now batting,
here's Andre Guard.
Fielder, number 11, Andre Guard.
Earlham has been a pretty good defensive team so far this year. As Gorman's pitch is lined down the left field line, that'll be a base hit. Stopping at second will be Fultz. Guard picks up a single. He's now 1 for 2, and Kalamazoo has something going here in the fourth inning.
Now batting,
Alex Crott will step to the plate.
21, Alex Crott.
That is base hit number 4 now for the Hornets. Crott struck out looking his first time up in the second inning. So now Gorman, for the 4th straight inning, has given up a base runner or a base hit. The pitch on the way, bunted. Gorman coming off the mound. He'll throw on to first, and he'll get the out there, but a good sacrifice by Crott as he just does his job and gets runners to second and third. And that'll bring up now Zach Price-Dash.
Zach Price-Dash.
So 1 away. Price-Dash doubled his first time up. Doppel playing close at first base. The third baseman, Davis, a few steps in. Time called by Price-Dash, the number 9 hitter. The stretch by Gorman. And the pitch on the way. Good breaking ball and a swing and a miss as Price Stash goes around. And he falls behind a no balls and a strike. Kalamazoo again threatening here in the fourth inning, leading it 2-0. Center fielder Shake now shaded a little bit toward right field. In fact, Kendall Baker playing in close in right as well and toward the line. The stretch, the pitch on the way, and that's in there for a strike. Good pitch again by Gorman. Earlham's team ERA coming into this one as a pitching staff at 3.81. Take that back, 3.31. And the batting average against the Quakers pitching staff through the first 8 games, just at 207. So they've really done their job in the first 8 games. But Kalamazoo coming in here so far, swinging the bat with 4 base hits. The pitch, low and outside. And the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gorman coming in 20th among Division III leaders in strikeout to walk ratio. But he has struggled with his command here today, but got that one in the outside corner, and striking out looking will be Price Stash, and then we'll head to the top of the order now, and Jordan Wiley.
The shortstop, number 25, Jordan.
That's a big strikeout as Wiley steps up. He's 0-2 on the day after flying out to center field and flying out to the shortstop. And this would be huge again for Gorman to get the out here and leave those runners at second and third. The stretch by Gorman, the pitch right down the middle for a strike. Three strikeouts now by Gorman. That'll go along with the 3 walks he has given up as that pitch is outside, and that evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Foltz at third, Andre Gard at second base. Gorman shakes off a couple of signs there by Ian Bach. Now Gorman gets the pitch he wants. It's on the way, and boy, I tell you what, where did that one miss? Hey, we're back once again here at Sadler Stadium. Let's get you caught up here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Earlham picks up a run after the walk to Mark Gendreau. Danny Dopp picked up a base hit. Addison Robertson with a base hit. And then Andrew McFadden with a sacrifice fly scores Gendreau from third, so it is 2-1. Quakers pick up again a walk and 2 base hits here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Ian Bach is at the plate with a count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. We will try to get caught up on everything here as we will get the scoreboard back on and such once we get rolling here. Once again in the bottom of the 4th inning. The pitch is swung on and hit foul. Earlham now with 3 base hits. 4 base hits on the board by Kalamazoo. Quakers with a couple of errors. The pitch on the way by Galehouse. Runners takes off. The throw to third, not in time. Double steal. And now Earlham with runners at second and third. 3 balls and 2 strikes. As Earlham finally something to cheer about here in this one offensively. The stretch again by Galehouse. And the pitch on the way is a breaking ball. They got the inside corner as Ian Bach will strike out. He is 0-2 on the day, and that'll bring up Dre Davis. So 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
batting, the third baseman, number 26, Dre Davis.
Dre singled his first time up, stole a base, was left stranded at third base. Pitch is in there for a strike. I have to set up the scoreboard and everything again. Troy's not happy. Swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. The stretch by Gilhouse. Runners at second and third. The pitch in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gilhouse gets the sign from Fultz. Here's the pitch on the way. Gets away from Fultz. Runner will take off from third. Slides in head first, and we're tied at 2 apiece. Boy, Dre Davis able to have a good at-bat right here as he is forcing Gilhouse to stay around the plate. That time, pitch getting away from Fultz, and Earlham able to tie this ballgame at 2 apiece. And now Addison Robertson down at third base. The stretch by Gilhouse. Here's the pitch, and Davis caught looking. He thought the pitch was too low, and that'll do it as we will head to the top of inning number 5.
No errors, 1 runner left on base. After 4 innings
on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, the Quakers come back to tie this one at 2 apiece. This is Earlham Baseball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
2-2 ball game as we will move now to the top half of inning number 5, I think. It'll be Wiley, Reuter, and LeClaire.
For Kalamazoo.
Am I right?
The second baseman, number 5, Josh Reuter.
No, it's Reuter. So Reuter will lead things off here in the 5th inning. And the pitch is in there for a strike. So it's going to be Reuter, LeClaire, and Grant. This one is hit to right field. Baker near the line in foul territory will make the catch right at the fence. There's one away. Nice job by Kendall Baker.
Now batting.
Here's Stephon LeClaire.
Number 17, Stephon LeClaire.
LeClaire walked, scored a run in the 3rd. Stolen base to his credit as well in that 3rd inning. And so one away for Gorman, the pitch in there for a strike. LeClair's walked twice. 4 hits now by the Hornets as that pitch is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one hit well into right center field. The second baseman back on it as Jandro makes the catch, and there are 2 away.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 23, Connor Grant.
So with 2 away, here's Grant. Grant flew out in the first inning, singled, stole a base in the third. And pitch a called strike. Check swing, he goes around, quickly 0-2. Well, after the Hornets got runners on at second and third back in the 4th inning, and eventually Gorman pitched his way out of it. Looks real strong here in the 5th inning. And Earlham, of course, coming back to tie this ball game at 2 apiece. The pitch on the way, this one hit into center field, should be played by Shake as he goes back a few steps, makes the catch. We head to the bottom half of inning number 5.
No hits, no errors.
On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, we're tied at 2 apiece.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
Quakers come back, tie this ball game at 2 apiece. Move to the bottom of the 5th inning. It'll be Pinsura, Baker, and Shake all due up after Earlham picks up 2 runs in the 4th inning. Both bullpens quiet at the moment as we get set for the bottom half of inning number 5. And we will see Pinsura 0 for 1. Pinsura grounded out his only time up.
The shortstop, number 22, Brian Pinsura.
Gilhouse got in that trouble in the 4th inning. Otherwise, he's pitched pretty well, and that pitch low for a ball. Now we'll go to 1 ball and no strikes. 8-9-1 now for Earlham. The 1-0 pitch, high in the air, left center field. Coming over is Price. He'll make the catch, and there is 1 away. Here's Kendall Baker. Kendall 0 for 1. He came in hitting at 158. This is one of those guys they're hoping they can get him going.
Now batting the right fielder, number 1, Kendall Baker.
Gilhouse with a late kick on the pitch. Bunt laid down. Gilhouse off the mound quickly. Throws to first. A low throw dug out by LeClair. Great play by LeClair. Saved a possible throwing error by Gilhouse, and there's 2 away. Here's Isaiah Shake. Isaiah 0 for 2, including a strikeout victim in the third inning.
Number 33, Isaiah Shake.
Quakers have been caught 3 times looking, all coming in the third and the fourth innings, as that pitch is a called strike. There was a short meeting with Gilhouse, and he's got to refocus himself here in the fifth. The pitch, good breaking ball, and Shake way under the swing as he falls to 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Gilhouse looking into Foltz. He'll set up on the outside corner. The pitch on the way, hit the target, and that one is hit foul by Shake. Isaiah trying to get his timing back after missing the last few games because of the injury to his thumb. Ended up being a dislocated thumb. Here's the 0-2 pitch. It's low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Earlham with now 3 stolen bases in this one. The average almost 4 stolen bases per game as that pitch is outside, and Gilhouse for the second time thought he had a strikeout. Second baseman Reuter was set to come in and take a seat in the dugout as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the wind and the pitch on the way and a breaking ball, that one in the dirt, and we'll go to 3-2. Joey Gerbus will get the baseball in game number 2 as everyone moved up in the order, since we will not see Walter Talcott in this series. The payout pitch on the way, that'll be chopped foul left side. We'll stay at 3 balls, 2 strikes. If anybody throws well in warm weather, it's Walter Talcott. And he is probably more than anyone looking forward to getting to Florida. Had a little bit of stiffness in that shoulder. Payout pitch once again. This one rides inside, and the leadoff hitter, Isaiah Shake, able to coax a walk out of Gilhouse. Here is Mark Gendreau. Gendreau walked and scored in the fourth, struck out back in the first.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 40, Mark Gendreau.
He was really upset with our public address announcer before the game. The stretch and the pitch on the way, grounded to the left side. Here is Kosselman, the throw across the diamond, and LeClaire digs out another low throw, and that'll do it for the Quakers in the bottom of the 5th inning. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, we're tied at 2 apiece. This is Earlham Baseball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
Finding a used car dealership you can trust is not an easy thing to do, but for me, the choice was an easy one. I went to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. I purchased my last 2 cars from Tony's and couldn't be happier with the service. They didn't pressure me, and they worked with me through the entire process. If you're in the market for a great used vehicle, get to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond, 250 National Road West, or give them a call at 962-5665, or go to their website, tonyscarsales.com.
We're back here at Sadler Stadium. 2-2 as we move now to inning number 6. Kosselman, Foltz, and guard as Kyle Gorman ready to throw his 6th inning of work, sailed through inning number 5. After giving up a run in the first inning, a run in the third inning, and Kalamazoo had runners at second and third with no outs in the 4th inning, before Gorman finally got his way through that one as well. Castleman is 0 for, I should say. In fact, he has no official appearances. He walked back in the first inning, sacrifice fly in the third. His third look here at Gorman, and the pitch in there for a strike. Kyle gets the sign from Bach, the pitch. Grounded to the right side. There's the first baseman, Dopp. He'll flip on to Gorman, who will step on the bag. There's one away. Here's Fultz.
Now batting the catcher, number 24, Alex Fultz.
Fultz is 0 for 2, struck out back in the first inning, and he grounded, or I should say reached on an error in the fourth inning, was left stranded in that fourth inning at third base. And now Gorman set to throw the leg kick and the pitch, and a breaking ball falls in for a strike. Game 1 of 2 today, just one again tomorrow. That pitch just a little bit outside, and that'll even the count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Tomorrow, an earlier start time will go at noon as that pitch is low and outside with the time springing ahead overnight tonight. We'll have a little more daylight to work with tomorrow. But some people could be grumpy tomorrow morning. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Hit foul. Always want to know why everyone is trying to improve my life, and I don't feel like it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gorman gets the sign, the pitch on the way, and that one sails by Bach. Goes by the umpire as well. We'll go to 3-2. That one missed everything. So Ian will go out and talk with Gorman. There is no activity in the Earlham bullpen. Looks like a right-hander starting to get limber in the Kalamazoo bullpen. No, Earlham would like Gorman to go 7 or 8 if he can here today. As we said, with that upcoming spring road trip, they're going to need all the rested arms they can get. The payout pitch on the way, came inside, got him looking. Caught the inside corner. Nice pitch by Gorman. Fultz will strike out for the second time. And with 2 away, here's Andre Gard.
The right fielder, number 11, Andre Gard.
Andre singled his last time up. 1 for 2 this afternoon against Gorman. And Kyle's first pitch is a breaking ball that stays outside. And we'll go to 1 ball, no strikes. The 0-1. That caught the outside corner. Gorman shakes off the sign from Ian, now set to throw the pitch. And that one caught the outside corner. We'll go to 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 away here in the top of the 6th inning. We're tied at 2 apiece. Gorman trying to sail through his second straight inning, and that one is low and inside. And the count is even at 2-2. We mentioned earlier that Kyle's the pitcher, kind of pitcher at least, that has a tendency to get stronger as we go. Here's the break-even pitch, and that's low and outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now a right-hander throwing in the Earlham bullpen. The payoff pitch on the way. This one hit into right center field. Baker going back on it. Baker will make the catch on the run, and that will do it for the Hornets here in the top half of inning number 6. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Earlham, Kalamazoo tied at 2 apiece.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120.
Well, Danny Dopp will lead things off for the Quakers here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Dopp, Robertson, and McFadden. Let's see if Earlham can get that offense rolling again after picking up 2 runs in the fourth, and then they just get a single walk in that fifth inning. Everyone else went down pretty easily against the right-hander Gilhouse, who's back in for another inning of work.
Leading off the sixth inning for your Quakers.
Danny singled, scored a run in the fourth inning. Danny was able to pick up a stolen base as well. He's 1 for 2, and that pitch will bounce away from Fultz. And the count 1 ball, no strikes. Gilhouse again set to throw the pitch on the way, hit foul. That'll even the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This one hit foul. And we'll go to 1-2. Danny hitting a .286 coming in. And Gilhouse ready to throw, and that pitch low and outside. And that'll even the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's your break-even pitch, and a slow 3-2. Now, other than the third and fourth innings, Gilhouse has almost looked unhittable here today. Here's the payoff pitch on the way, and it's low for ball 4. So Earlham with a man on here in the sixth inning. Here's Addison Robertson. That is the third walk given up by Gilhouse, all coming in the last couple of innings. And we have a visit to the mound once again. We said there was a right-hander warming up in the Kalamazoo bullpen, but he was not throwing until just a couple of moments ago.
Number 31, Addison Robertson.
Robertson, a base hit in the fourth inning, a short meeting with Gilhouse as they will keep the right-hander throwing. Earlham again had a right-hander throwing just a couple of moments ago. He has since sat down, so Robertson 1 for 2 today. Robertson came in hitting at .440. Right behind Mark Gendreau at .467. The stretch by Gilhouse. And he'll throw to first, more of an indication to see what maybe Robertson would tip everyone off. Would he square and bunt, look to sacrifice the runner? Now the third baseman, Colselman, will back up a couple of steps. Gilhouse will come set. And the pitch on the way to the plate, swung on and hit well into left center field. Going back on it will be Crott. Also will be Price Stash. He won't get to it. It bounces over the fence for a ground rule double. And now the Quakers have runners at second and third here in the bottom of the sixth inning and no outs. That one hit just to the left of the 375 mark in left center. 2 hits now by Addison Robertson. And here's Andrew McFadden.
Number 16, Andrew McFadden.
Andrew grounded out in the second inning sacrifice fly in the fourth inning. Infield is in. The stretch by Gilhouse. And the pitch on the way to the plate is low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Boy, it'd be huge here. Earlham get a big inning going. Gilhouse again, ready to throw as he comes set. The pitch on the way to the plate is a called strike. One ball, one strike. Dopp at third, Robertson at second. The stretch again by Gilhouse. The pitch on the way to the plate, swung on and fouled off. Well, right now, McFadden looking for something to drive, and of course, Steve Sakasitz will talk about too many fly balls early in the season for this offense. He wants something on the ground, make him make a play. Let's even get through this one on the infield. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way. Breaking ball hit foul. McFadden coming in at .267 on the year, but a very good hitter at number 5. Infield stays in with Dopp at third, Robertson a big lead down at second base. The stretch by Gilhouse, a check of the runners, the pitch. This one is hit well, line drive into left field. Making the catch will be Crott. His throw on the way to the plate not in time, and Earlham has come back to take a 3-2 lead. As Andrew McFadden picks up the sacrifice fly, and Earlham leads at 3-2. So 1 away, and that'll bring up Ian Bach.
Now batting the catcher, number 5, Ian Bach.
So Andrew does his job. And now Earlham with 3 unanswered runs. Chance to add more as Ian will step to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Gilhouse a check of the runner at second base, and he will turn and look McFadden, or take that back, Robertson back to the bag. There is now a left-hander throwing. There was a right-hander throwing just moments ago. Now a left-hander for the Hornets. The stretch by Gilhouse. The pitch on the way. This one is hit well into left field. There is Crott once again to make the catch on the line drive, and holding at second base will be Robertson. And that'll bring up now Dre Davis. So 2 away. Davis singled, stole a base in the third, then struck out looking in the fourth.
Dre Davis.
Keep an eye on Robertson at second base. The stretch by Gilhouse. The pitch on the way, Davis taking, and it's low for a ball. Each team now with 4 base hits. Oh, we talked many times. You see the shadow now starting to make its way over the home plate area, so the hitter eventually will have to see that baseball coming from the sunshine into the shadow. And many times hitters have a real difficult time picking up that baseball. The stretch and another look back to second base. This time Robertson sliding back in. Wiley at short, Reuter at second base, trying to keep Robertson close, who's been known to steal third. And of course, you have a good advantage with a right-handed hitter in Dre Davis. At the plate, 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch on the way, it's up high. And the count out 2-0. The advantage you have is that Foltz will have to find a way to throw around the runner, or I should say around the hitter at the plate, and try to get the runner out at third. 2 balls and no strikes. The stretch again by Gilhouse. And the pitch. Check swing, and the pitch that was low and outside. He does go around. And Dre still ahead in the count, 2 balls and a strike. Robertson to get a lead down at third, should say at second base, with Wiley right behind him and Reuter staying place at second base. This is grounded back up the middle. That's going to be trouble. It gets through. Rounding third will be Robertson. Here's the throw from Price Tash, and Earlham on top of this one, 4-2. Nice piece of hitting by Dre Davis to drive in the run. Davis with his second base hit. Here's Pinsura.
Now batting the shortstop, number 22, Brian Pinsura.
Pinsura 0 for 2. Dre Davis with a stolen base, standing down at first base, being held on by LeClaire, and the throw goes to first. Earlham now 4 runs to go along with the 5 hits. Rallying now from a 2-0 deficit. They've scored 4 unanswered. Pinsura steps to the plate. Here's the pitch on the way. Fly ball into right field. Going back a few steps will be Guard. He'll make the catch. We will head to the 7th inning, but Earlham comes back with 2 more runs on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Earlham on top of this one, 4-2.
At Square Donuts, we take our donuts seriously, and apparently so do our customers. Square Donuts is by far the #1 donut shop in Richmond. At Square Donuts, we bake our donuts, cinnamon rolls, long johns, and many other varieties fresh daily. Donuts became our family tradition and business in 1967, and we've continued through 3 generations. Square Donuts in Richmond has 2 locations, including 1241 Northwest 5th Street and 3637 East Main in the Hoppy Jeweler Plaza. Square Donuts of Richmond. We never cut corners and never will.
For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power and Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power and Light. Together we make powerful partners.
Well, now Kyle Gorman has 2 runs to work with as we move now to inning number 7. It'll be Crott, Price Stash, and Wiley all due up, as the Hornets will go 8, 9, and 1 in their order. Crott so far today 0 for 1, struck out back in the 2nd inning, a sacrifice in the 4th.
Leading off the 7th inning for Kalamazoo, the left fielder, number 21, Alex Crott.
There again is a right-hander throwing for the Quakers. See if we can pick up who that is. It may be Matthias. This one bounced right to the first baseman, Danny Dopp. He'll step on the bag. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 7th. Here's Price Tash.
Now batting the center fielder, number 34, Zach Price Tash.
For Kyle Gorman, that is now 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 in a row he has set down. Price Tash doubled his first time up, struck out looking in the 4th inning, and the pitch is outside, 1 ball, no strikes. And it is Matt Matthias who is now throwing for Earlham. Here's the pitch by Gorman in there for a strike. And we said it earlier that Gorman, again, has a tendency to get stronger as the game goes along, and then you give him some run support, which he's gotten here today, and makes it even tougher now for the Hornets. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball stays inside. And we'll go to 2-1. Earlham trying to go to 9-0. Every time they add another win to the undefeated mark, it sets another record as that one is fouled off. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The break-even pitch on the way came back inside. We'll go to 3-2. Well, they're going to say that hit him. So here comes Steve Sackasitz. This will be the second time he's made a visit to the mound. The umpire says it hit him on the left arm. Question would probably be for Sack is, did Price Dash even attempt to get out of the way of the pitch? So Kalamazoo will have a runner on here in the 7th inning, and here's Jordan Wiley.
Now batting the shortstop, number 25, Jordan Wiley.
Sack on his way back once again to the dugout, and now the home plate umpire. See, he is now meeting with the field umpire before Wiley steps to the plate. We were looking at some of the numbers. Again, Earlham hit extremely well in that first series against Wittenberg. They go to play Wilmington, and the numbers were certainly not as good. Earlham did steal more bases against Wilmington than they did against Wittenberg. Wiley steps to the plate. He is 0 for 3 today as the leadoff hitter. And Gorman will work from the stretch. Here's the pitch on the way, and he'll show a bunt, snap throw to first, not in time to get the base runner Price Dash. Hornets trail it by 2 here in the 7th inning. They need to get a base runner in scoring position as Gorman will come set. The pitch on the way, fly ball right side, and that's going to go out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. Wiley has flown out all 3 times. Baker guarding the line in right field. There's a pretty good gap between the center fielder Shank and the right fielder Baker in right center field. The stretch by Gorman. The pitch on the way, low and outside. Ian able to come out from behind the plate to backhand that ball. And we'll go to 1-2. Quakers again played that Wilmington series without the services of Isaiah Shake. Davis also did not play in that series, at least the last 3 games. There is a pop-up into left field. The shortstop going out and making the catch will be Pinsura. And heading back to first base is Price Dash, and that'll bring up now the second baseman, Josh Reuter.
The second baseman, number 5, Josh Reuter.
So Earlham able to contain Jordan Wiley, the .364 hitter coming in. He's now 0 for 4. And Reuter 1 for 3, singled back in the first inning, a stolen base, and scored a run. Is another visit now to the mound to talk with the right-hander Gorman. They'll see how he is, and they've decided to go ahead and make the change. So that's going to do it for Kyle Gorman in this one here in the 7th inning. Earlham to make a pitching change. We'll tell you about the new pitcher in a moment. This is Earlham Baseball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994. Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com. New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
Well, the senior Matt Mathias will come in for the Quakers here in the 7th inning. Kyle Gorman, 6 1/3. He is the pitcher of record on the winning side of this one, and his responsibility still Price Stash down at first base, but Mathias will step in. He'll inherit the runner. Mathias making his 5th appearance. He's thrown 10 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. He is 1-0 on the year with an ERA of 2.70. So Reuter steps to the plate, runner at first base. And I misspoke, it was 2/3 of an inning, 2 away here in this inning. Runner takes off, that's hit off the end of the bat, foul. Reuter down to the count at 0-1. So 6 2/3 innings again for Gorman. He will officially give up 4 hits. And again, depending what happens with Price Stash down at first base, that is his runner. Kalamazoo, 3 stolen bases today, all coming within the first 3 innings. Mathias shakes off the sign from Bach, now ready to throw. The right-hander comes set. Here's the pitch on the way, popped him up. And Ian Bach will give it a look as that will fall out of play. So no balls and 2 strikes. Reuter singled and scored, stole a base back in the first inning. Since then, he's flown out twice to right field. Stretch again by Mathias. Runner takes off. This one hit foul. Reuter trying to hit behind the runner. Price Stash at first base. And we will stay at 0-2. Mathias waiting now to get the sign as Ian will set up on the outside portion of the plate. Here's the pitch. He came back inside, popped him up again, and this too will go out of play. We will stand no balls, 2 strikes. Well, Earlham's pitching has kept the Hornets in check since the 3rd inning when they picked up their 2nd and only run since then. The stretch once again by Mathias. Runner takes off, the pitch out, the throw down, and the throw is off the mark, but backing it up in center field is Isaiah Shake. So Price Stash will get a stolen base. And again, the 4th stolen base by Kalamazoo. Well, they had the right call. They knew the runner was taking off, but the throw off the mark by Ian Bach. One ball, 2 strikes. Now Mathias set to throw. Doesn't even look at second base. This will be chopped foul, third base side. And we'll stay at 1-2 as Reuter battles here in the 7th inning. This is the second time today that Price Stash has been at second base after doubling back in the second inning, was left stranded. His first look at Matthias here this afternoon as Matt checks the runner. The pitch on the way, line back up middle. That's a base hit. Isaiah Shake is charging and throwing. The runner will head to second base. Another throws off the mark, and runners will be at second and third here in the seventh inning. Price Stash started to make the turn at third, and the third base coach did the wise thing. A strong throw by Isaiah Shake.
Now batting the first baseman, number 17, Stephon LeClaire.
Here's LeClaire. That'll be a base hit by Reuter, and he'll advance to second base on the throw to the plate. And so now the Hornets have runners at second and third. LeClaire has walked twice, scored a run, has a stolen base, is officially 0 for 1 as he lined out back in the fourth inning. Stretch again by Matthias. Here's the pitch, and he misses low and outside. Earlham now has a right-hander getting ready in their bullpen. Left-hander throwing now for Kalamazoo as Matt Matthias trying to get the Quakers out of the inning. The stretch, the pitch, and he misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Price Stash at third. Again, Reuter at second base for the Hornets. Outfield straightaway here for Earlham. The stretch by Matthias. The leg kick and the pitch, and he missed again outside. And boy, Matthias getting in trouble here in the seventh inning. 3 balls and no strikes. Matt, a long look into Ian Bach, and now time called by LeClaire. LeClaire is a very dangerous hitter, as we said, coming in, hitting at .444. The stretch by Matthias. The pitch on the way came back inside and missed and wasn't even close. And so now the bases are loaded, and Steve Sackis sits telling the bullpen to get going quicker.
Number 23, Connor.
Here's Connor Grant. Grant singled in the third inning, 1 for 3. In the Earlham bullpen is Dominic Michael. The stretch by Matthias, the pitch, and it's low for a ball. Dominic Michael, a right-hander, just a freshman. Bases loaded here for the Hornets. Earlham on top 4-2. Matthias trying to get out of a huge jam. The pitch on the way, and that's right down the middle for a strike, and boy, he needed that one. Count is even at 1-1. 2 away here in the top of the seventh inning. Price Stash at third. Reuter's at second. LeClaire at first. Matthias ready to throw, and his pitch on the way is a breaking ball in there for another strike. There you go. Now it's 1-2. Well, this would be a big pitch right here. Kalamazoo has left 4 runners in scoring position here this afternoon. Here's the 1-2 pitch, hit foul. One ball, 2 strikes. Runners will get a pretty good jump right here off the bat. Matthias shaking off the sign from Ian Bach, now set to throw. Runners will get their leads at all 3 bases. Here's the pitch on the way, chop foul left side, and that time for Matthias had Connor Grant out in front on the swing. Well, this would be huge for Matthias. Get out of this inning. Gave up the base hit to Reuter, the walk to LeClaire. Taking over for the starter just moments ago. Swing and a miss, got him. Big strikeout for Matt Matthias as the Hornets will leave the bases loaded in the 7th inning. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Quakers on top of this one, 4-2.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
A couple of changes now for the Hornets as we move to the bottom of the 7th inning. At second base, looks like we have
number 26, Chase Shelbourne.
Well, Chase Shelbourne's going to take over on the mound. He is out of Orion, Ohio, 6'2", and a junior right-handed pitcher, so they will go with a change there. The third baseman will be Drew Novetsky. He is a junior out of Troy, Ohio, transfer from Detroit. Kendall Baker will step to the plate.
Leading off the 7th inning.
Get you some numbers on Shelbourne.
Number 1, Kendall Baker.
Kendall 0 for 2. Shelbourne set to throw on the first pitch is low for a ball. Shelbourne making just his second appearance, 2/3 of an inning, and no line score following that. Here's the stretch and the pitch on the way. And we'll go to 2 balls and no strikes. Seablum takes over at second base. Now for, that one hit foul, now for the Hornets. J.D. Seablum is a sophomore out of Rochester Hills. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Baker, and that one in there for a strike, 2-2. Quakers averaging 8 runs per game coming into this one, but getting runs has been tough here this afternoon. Here's the pitch. Back inside, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Kendo flew out in the 3rd inning, grounded out in the 5th. Still trying to get his bat going. The pitch on the way, that one hit down the line, and it could be trouble if it stays fair, and it will drift foul. So we will stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Game 1 of 2 here today. Again, just a single game tomorrow. The stretch by Shelbourne. And the pitch on the way, missed low and inside, and Earlham Now a chance to get something going here in the bottom of the 7th inning with a man on, and that'll bring up now the leadoff hitter, Isaiah Shake. Isaiah 0 for 2 with a walk.
Now batting the center fielder, number 33, Isaiah Shake.
Catcher Fultz out flashing a series of signs. Let's see what defensive coverage they will use. Speaking of Kalamazoo right here, as Novetzky coming in close at third, and the throw goes to first. And we talk about it quite often. That's generally not a throw to get the base runner, though Kendall Baker, a very good stolen base threat. But you really want to see what the hitter will do if he'll square to bunt. The stretch by Shelbourne. And the pitch on the way, and it's in there for a strike. Earlham 2 runs in the 4th, 2 more runs in the 6th inning. Shelbourne will pitch to the outside, misses, 1 ball, 1 strike. Good lead by Baker down at first base. The stretch by the right-hander Shelbourne. And time's going to be called by Isaiah Shake. Anytime a pitcher nods that head 3 or 4 times, that hitter's going to back away. And rightfully so, timing so big for both the pitcher and the hitter. Here's the stretch again by Shelbourne. And the pitch on the way to the plate, that's in there for a strike. And now Isaiah down in the count at 1-2. The stretch by Shelbourne. The pitch on the way, runner takes off. That one bouncing in front of Fultz. He had no chance to get Baker. So Kendall gets a stolen base. And Earlham now with a runner in scoring position again here in the 7th inning. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Isaiah Shake. The stretch and the pitch. And it's low for ball 3. Shelbourne did not even take a look back at the runner at second base, as Fultz now out to talk with Shelbourne. He'll probably want to keep an eye on Baker. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Well, you get a good lead down at second base. Pitcher does not look back, and you time that pretty well. You can get a good jump and a great lead toward third. This time Shelbourne will take a look. Here's the pitch on the way, hit foul. Earlham this week picked up a vote in the Division III college baseball poll, so getting some notice from around the country. I would imagine they'll get more if they end up winning all 3 games against Kalamazoo, as they'll fake the throw down to second base. Baker just tempting Shelbourne to throw it that way. Kendall coming off a season in which he stole 16 bases last year. They're hoping for more here in 2018, but they need him on base. The stretch by Shelbourne. Baker, good lead. Here's the pitch on the way, and that's hit foul. Might have caught a piece of the catcher, Fultz. We will stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Shelbourne set to throw, and he'll come home with a pitch and misses low and inside. Back-to-back walks, and here's Mark Gendreau. Second time that Isaiah's walked today. Mark, in the first inning, struck out, walked and scored in the fourth, grounded out in the fifth inning.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 40, Mark Jandro.
So Mark steps in, runners at first and second. And already Shelbourne in trouble here in the seventh inning. The stretch by the right-hander. Checking the runner at second base. Baker dancing back and forth. In time called by Jandro. Earlham trying to add to that 4-2 lead, winning hopefully their ninth straight to begin this season. Bunt is shown by Jandro. It's in there for a strike. Jandro thought it was too far outside. And Mark falls by to no balls and a strike. And once again, Fultz out to flash a series of signs. Kind of changed the situation a little bit with Jandro showing bunt that time. Again, no outs here in the bottom of the seventh inning. Shelbourne once again will get the sign, looks at Baker back at second base. They'll charge in the corners. Jandro attempts to bunt and bunts it foul. And he's down in the count, no balls and two strikes. And boy, they were charging hard. Leclerc at first and Novetzke down at third base. No balls and two strikes. Baker at second base, Isaiah Shake at first. The stretch by Shelbourne, the pitch, and it's outside. And again, Mark was showing bunt and wisely pulled back in time. And we'll go to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Earlham has had base runners in every inning other than the first two, and they went down their first 6 times. Both starting pitchers now gone, and it's up to Shelbourne and Matthias. The stretch by Shelbourne. The pitch on the way to the plate came back inside and missed. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Shelbourne, a long look at Fultz. Right-hander will come, set a check of the runner at second, and again he'll look Baker back. You have the shortstop, Wiley, coming in behind Baker at second base. Boy, you pull one to the left side. No one in that hole as Wiley playing very close to second. The stretch, the pitch, and that one's nubbed to the right side, and the first baseman, Leclerc, makes the catch. And that's a big out as Jandro is out number 1. And that'll bring up now Danny Dopp. Danny scored a couple of runs. He walked
the first baseman
in the 6th inning.
Danny
singled in the 4th, flew out back in the 1st inning. And Earlham still with runners at first and second, 1 away. As Shelbourne comes set, now will spin and bluff the runner back again. Baker really giving him fits down at second base. Dopp, the only home run for Earlham this season. We knew that was going to change from last year's team. Not as much power in this lineup. The stretch by Shelbourne. This one is hit well into center field. Price Stash coming over will make the catch in the alley, and both runners will retreat back to first and second. Though hit well, that ball kind of hung up that time for Danny Dopp. And with 2 away, here's Addison Robertson.
Now batting, the designated
Robertson
hitter,
2 for 3.
Number 31, Addison Robertson.
Robertson continuing to hit well, came in at .440. Has a single and a double and a stolen base and a run scored. And now 2 away is Shelbourne. The right-hander checks the runner at second. The pitch on the way, in there for a strike. Earlham has left just 2 runners in scoring position. We talked about Kalamazoo. They've left 4 in scoring position here in game 1. The stretch by Shelbourne. The pitch on the way to the plate, swinging a bit, miss. That's a big cut right there by Robertson. And he quickly falls by to no balls and 2 strikes. Shelbourne gets the sign from Fultz, checks the runner at second, and the pitch on the way to the plate. This one is hit to the right side. That's going to get through. Charging his guard. The right fielder comes up throwing, and the throw is off the mark, and the Quakers now lead it 5-2. RBI base hit by Addison Robertson. So Robertson able to do his job. And that'll bring up Andrew McFadden. Robertson picking up his 3rd base hit of the day.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 16, Andrew McFadden.
So now runners at first and second. Earlham on top of this one, 5-2. 1 run across, and McFadden will step to the plate. Here's the pitch on the way, grounded back up the middle. Wiley will step on the bag himself, get the force at second base, and that'll do it for Earlham here in the bottom of the 7th inning. But the Quakers add an insurance run on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Earlham on top of this one, 5-2.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond.
Well, Matt Mathias, chance now to perhaps look at a save opportunity as he will now pitch again here in the 8th inning. Quakers pick up that insurance run as now the third baseman.
Number 3.
Here's Drew Novetsky. Novetsky, as we said, a junior out of the University of Detroit, a transfer. Played his high school baseball at Troy, Ohio. He will hit in the number 5 hole as Mathias set to throw on the first pitch to Novetsky is low for a ball. Mathias will come set to pitch. Swing and a miss. Castleman done for at least this one. Walked, sacrificed, and grounded out as Novetsky steps in once again. Nice breaking pitch in there, 1-2. Novetsky so far this year hitting, in fact, no batting average to this point. He's had only a couple of plate appearances. Here's the pitch on the way. This one is hit into left center field. Coming on will be the center fielder Shank. It hits off his glove. Heading to second base is Novetsky, and he'll be in with a double. Good effort by Isaiah Shake in center field. Here is Todd Bonnevier. Bonnevier, a senior out of Waterford.
For Kalamazoo, number 27, Todd Bonnevier.
So Bonnevier hitting here in the 8th inning. Foltz is done for the day. We'll see some more changes now for Kalamazoo defensively. But now a base runner here in the 8th inning. The stretch and the pitch. This one hits solidly into center field. Isaiah Shake coming on a few steps, makes the catch, and Bonnevier one pitch, one out here in the 8th inning. Hit it well, but right at the center fielder, Isaiah Shake.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 11, Andre.
Here's Andre Gard. Bonnevier had no batting average. He only had 4 at-bats coming into this one. So Nagard will step to the plate, 1 for 3. He singled to left field back in the 4th inning. Novetzky a lead down at second base. The leadoff double. The pitch on the way. He is in there for a strike. Quakers have a right-hander throwing. Looks like they have brought back up once again Dominic Michael. And looks like Spencer Owen now getting ready to throw. The stretch again by Matthias. The pitch. Good breaking ball. Popped him up. Should be playable for the first baseman, Danny Dopp. In a collision coming over is the pitcher, Matthias, and they run into one another. And so a catch made by the first baseman, Danny Dopp, and boy, that was close. I'm not sure why Matthias made his way over there the way he did. It looked like Dopp had it all the way. So apparently Dopp did not see the baseball, so that's why you had the pitcher Matthias go over. Here's J.D. Seablum, who has stepped to the plate now. He's hitting in the place of Alex Crott. The stretch and the pitch by Matthias, and it's in there for a strike. Seablum so far just 5 at-bats this year. Still looking for his first base hit. The stretch, Matthias will throw to second base, and Novetzky back in time. No balls and a strike here in the 8th inning. Earlham on top of this one, 5-2, trying to win their 9th in a row. The stretch by Matthias. Here's the pitch on the way. Came inside and got the inside corner. 0-2 now to Seablum. Kalamazoo with 6 base hits. Earlham also with 6. As this one is swung on and missed. Strikeout throw out down to first base. We head to the bottom half of inning number 8. Good job by Matt Matthias after giving up the leadoff double. We will head to the bottom half of inning number 8. Quakers on top of this one, 5-2.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
We will head to the bottom half of inning number 8. Ian Bach scheduled to lead things off. He's senior out of Union, Kentucky. By the way, a new pitcher now. Our spotters here in the press box haven't been doing their job, especially our public address announcer.
Leading off the 8th inning for your Quakers, the catcher, number 5,
new pitcher,
Ian Bach.
We will see if for the first time this year, Garrett Swanson, a junior out of Chesterton, Indiana. Here's a fly ball, and going out to make the catch will be Wiley, the shortstop. And there's one away. Here's Dre Davis.
Now batting the third baseman, number 26, Dre Davis.
Davis 2 for 3. First look at the right-hander Swanson, and the pitch is inside. 1 ball, no strikes. New catcher now for the Hornets. That'll be Max Moran. That's be fouled at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Moran is a freshman from San Diego. The stretch once again by Swanson. And the right-hander's pitch on the way, just outside. 2 balls and a strike. It appears it'll be Spencer Owen who will come in for the Quakers in the 9th inning, as he is now the lone right-hander throwing for Earlham. The pitch on the way, grounded to the third baseman. Novetzky, the throw across the diamond in time, and there are 2 away. Here is Brian Pinsura. Pinsura 0 for 3.
The shortstop, number 22, Brian Pinsura.
Brian has flown out twice. He has grounded out once. The pitch. Nice pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. The stretch by Swanson. The delivery on the way, and it's low. 1 ball, 1 strike. If we do see the closer in Spencer Owen, he'll be shooting for another save. This one tapped over the mound, trouble, and safe at first base. Backing it up, Moran. Good job by Moran, as Pinsura will get credit for an infield base hit. And that'll bring up Kendall Baker. Kendall 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored and a stolen base.
Now batting the right fielder, number 1, Kendall Baker.
Earlham now with 7 base hits. As Swanson will face Baker for the first time, he shows bunt and will bunt it foul. Spencer Owen will be looking for his third save of the year. Of course, it depends on what happens in the rest of this half inning, whether it'll stay at a 3-run lead. Swanson will come set. The pitch on the way. Runner takes off. Baker, a good cut, but hits it foul. And we'll go to 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Right-hander comes set. Shorter lead that time by Pinsura. Other than Owen throwing for Earlham, it's up now to Swanson for Kalamazoo. Swanson works quick as he comes set once again at the belt. Here's the stretch and the pitch on the way. The pitch out is there. Moran set to throw, but no action down at first base as Pinsura not even attempting that time to take a look at second base. Let's see if Baker has something going right here as Kendall again still looking for his first hit of the afternoon. Swanson ready to throw once again. Here's the stretch, and here's your 1-2 pitch on the way. Hit back up the middle. Price Stash has that one fall in front of him, and a base hit by Baker. So Kendall gets his first hit of the day. And now Earlham with runners at first and second, and Isaiah Shake will step to the plate. Isaiah's been on base twice. He's 0 for 2 with 2 walks.
Now batting the center fielder, number 33, Isaiah Shake.
Well, perhaps that hit by Kendall Baker will get him going. Entered the contest today at just 158. Swanson ready to throw on the pitch is chopped to the left side. That'll be a foul ball. For Kalamazoo in the top of the 9th inning, they'll go 9-1-2 in their order. Swanson gets the sign from Moran as he comes set, checks the runner at second. The pitch on the way, this one popped up. Second baseman Seabloom is there. He'll squeeze it for the final out. We will head to the 9th inning. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Earlham on top of this one, 5-2.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
Well, Earlham will try to finish this out here in the 9th inning, and the change we thought would happen, again with Spencer Owen warming up in the bullpen. He will come in here in the top of the 9th inning. Spencer making, again, his 5th appearance, 3 1/3 innings. He's given up just 1 hit, no runs, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks. He has 2 saves, and he is 1-0 on the season. Sam Sprocket will take over down at third, so Dre Davis done for this game. Sprocket, very, very good third baseman.
For your Quakers, number 3, Spencer Owen.
And there's the announcement of Spencer Owen. It appears we'll see Price Stash, the number 9 hitter, unless we have a pinch hitter here in the 9th inning. Price Stash has been on twice, including a double back in the 2nd inning. So Earlham again now 3 outs away from finishing this one off. We have a pinch hitter as Brendan Gosselin will now come in and hit. Gosselin is a sophomore out of Battle Creek, Michigan, and he'll pinch hit for Price Stash here in the 9th inning.
Now pinch hitting for Kalamazoo, number 9, Brendan Gosselin.
So Gosselin steps in, and Spencer Owen ready to throw the right-hander. With his first pitch, swing and a miss. Gosselin so far this year, 1 for 5. Owen with the pitch on the way, and that's in there for strike 2. I'll take that back. Gosselin, actually, this is just his 3rd at bat. He's 0 for 2. Backup third baseman for Kalamazoo. Owen with the late kick and the pitch. And just a little bit low and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top of inning number 9. Earlham again looking for their 9th consecutive win. The pitch. And that gets away from the catcher as Ian Bach stays in here in the 9th inning. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gosselin back in as Spencer gets the sign. The pitch on the way, and it misses low. 3 balls, 2 strikes. See if we can see Jordan Wiley. It is Wiley standing on deck. So Wiley, despite being 0 for 4, will hit here in the 9th inning. Spencer's next pitch on the way. Grounded, I should say, hit foul into the screen. And we'll stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And once that sun starts to go down, we'll have a cool evening to deal with as those temperatures will begin to fall once again. The payoff pitch on the way, and Spencer misses outside, and Gosselin will head on down to first base with a leadoff walk. We will have a pinch runner coming in. That'll be Amani Kareem. Kareem out of Detroit, just a freshman.
Now batting for Kalamazoo, number 25, Jordan Wiley.
So Kareem, a pinch runner at first base. Jordan Wiley will step to the plate. Again, Wiley 0 for 4.
Pinch for Kalamazoo, number 1, Amani Kareem.
Third baseman Sprocket a few steps in. As Wiley steps to the plate, the stretch by Spencer Owen. And the pitch on the way is hit foul. Good cut by Wiley. And he falls by to no balls and a strike. Spencer comes set. The pitch on the way, got him swinging on that one. He was way out in front. And Owen to take that back. Wiley completely fooled by the Owen pitch. No balls and 2 strikes to the Kalamazoo leadoff hitter. Bach will set up on the outside corner. Here's the pitch on the way, and he got, boy, I tell you what, he hit that target perfectly. And all that Wiley could do is walk back to the bench as he strikes out here in the 9th inning. There's 1 away. And here's Josh Reuter.
The left fielder, number 5, Josh Reuter.
Reuter now the left fielder, started out at second base, as now Owen 2 outs away from the save here today as that pitch is low. 1 ball, no strikes. Earlham has now a right-hander throwing just in case here in the top of the 9th inning. Spencer will come set. The stretch and the pitch. This one is lined into left field. That's going to fall in for a base hit in front of McFadden. And so Reuter will pick up his 3rd base hit. Kareem will stay at second, and that'll bring up
the first baseman.
The first baseman, now Stephon Leclaire. Leclaire's walked 3 times today. And so now the Hornets have runners at first and second. A couple of games like this in that Wilmington series where Wilmington picked up runs in the 9th inning to make things interesting. The stretch and the pitch, and it's high and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Again, Leclaire came in hitting at .444. 0 for 1 today, but has been on base 3 times. Has a stolen base and a run scored. First look at Spencer Owen, the pitch. This one hit well into the gap. Coming over will be Baker. Can't get to it. And the ball finally retrieved by Isaiah Shake, but not before a run will score. That'll be a long base hit by Leclerc. He drives in the run, and it is now 5-3.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 23.
7 hits now by Kalamazoo. Reuter will stay at third after Kareem scores all the way from first base, and that'll bring up now Connor Grant. Back-to-back base hits off of Spencer Owen. And now runners at first and third. And now the runner at first, the potential tying run of this ball game. Connor Grant singled back in the 3rd inning. That's his lone base hit, and Spencer misses low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. We'll get a ground ball right here, potentially get out of this ball game. Grant 1 for 4. Owen gets the sign from Bach. He'll come set, and the pitch on the way to the plate, swing and a miss. That's a pretty good pitch right there by Spencer Owen. Drew Nowitzki standing on deck as Kalamazoo trying to rally here in the 9th inning. And time called as Spencer will step off. Reuter's at third. Leclaire down at first base. The stretch by Owen. And the pitch on the way to the plate hit foul. Well, now you're ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, if you're Connor Grant, you better guess right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the stretch and the pitch, and it's low and outside, 2-2. Not a bad pitch when you consider Owen didn't want to give Connor Grant anything good to hit on that pitch. What you're trying to do right now, if you're Spencer Owen, is coax a hard ground ball, perhaps to your shortstop or your second baseman. The stretch and the pitch on the way. Runner takes off. This one is popped up. on the right side. Will it stay in play? And it will not. We will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. One away as we play here in the 9th inning. One of just 3 in this series after playing 4 games against Wittenberg and 4 against Wilmington. Spencer once again will come set. Short lead at first and a throw to first. As again, LeClaire maybe had a 2-step lead down at first base. He's not going to get picked off. But again, a ground ball right here. He's really going to have to beat it out. The guy at third doesn't matter a whole lot right now. It's the guy at first that is the tying run. The stretch by Owen. Here's the pitch on the way. Got him swinging. That's a huge strikeout for Spencer Owen. So 2 away, and here's Novetzky. Novetzky doubled his last time up.
Number 3, Drew Novetzky.
So now the Hornets down to their final out right here. Still runners at first and third. The stretch by Spencer and the pitch on the way. Hit foul. Late swing by Novetzky. And he's quickly behind in the count at 0-1. Let's go back here real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right now, if the game ended here, it'd be 7 different base runners left in scoring position by Kalamazoo. Ian sets up on the outside half of the plate, and the pitch was a fastball just a little bit high. Pretty good pitch that time by Owen. 1 ball and 1 strike. Of course, the 7 would be Reuter down at third if he, again, will be left there as Novetzky steps back up. The throw to first not in time. And that's a short lead by LeClaire down at first base. Quaker outfield pretty much straight away, but McFadden playing a little bit deeper in left field. 1 ball and 1 strike, 2 away here in the top of the 9th inning. The stretch by Owen, and the pitch on the way. And that's a good breaking ball in there for a strike, and now the Hornets down to their final strike. What will Novetzky look for here? Spencer won't give him anything close to hit when you're up 1-2. Let's see where Ian will set up. If he'll go back to the outside, he will. Here's the pitch on the way. Runner takes off, and he strikes him out on a breaking pitch.
1 run on 2 hits. No
that will do it as Earlham picks up their 9th win in a row as the Quakers win it by a final of 5-3. Earlham now 9-0 on the season. Kalamazoo will fall to 1-3. Kyle Gorman will pick up his 3rd win of the year. Matt Mathias will get the hold, and the save will go to Spencer Owen. Jacob Gilhouse will take the loss. He is now 0-2 on the season. Quakers fell down 2-0 early, but got 2 runs in the 4th, 2 more in the 6th inning, added an insurance run in the 7th inning for the win here this afternoon. We're about 30 minutes away from game number 2, but the Quakers win it this afternoon. 5 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. Kalamazoo 3 runs and 7 hits and no errors. We'll be back in just a few minutes with game number 2 as Earlham wins the first game by a final of 5-3. Thanks for being with us. This has been Earlham Baseball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.